Hello and welcome everybody to some Wednesday night racing action here with the Vigilante Racing League as they come off of a just tumultuous time over there in having some mayhem at Martinsville. We come to the Lone Star State once again, except this time we're going to the Oval here at Texas Motor Speedway. But don't think that means these drivers are going to have to be able to kind of sit back and relax. They got a tricky task on their hand here tonight on top of it all. So man, oh man, should be a fantastic show here tonight. So let's get this party all started on off with the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, we have to say a huge thank you to the fantastic sponsors here at the Vigilante Racing League, which are GC Cruise Travel. If you're looking to book your next vacation, be sure to get in contact with Greg Klein at 918-906-5616 or shoot him an email or a message over there on the Facebook, so that way you can let the professional handle all the stress of trying to figure out where to go, how to do it, how to get there, things to do around that area, all that kind of stuff. Greg knows his way around, and he can even save you a whole chunk of change. And I don't mean, you know, like $100 here, $50 there. I mean, like, he can save you thousands of dollars by going through him as your vacation consultant. So be sure to book your next vacation with GC Cruise Travel here today, the official travel provider of AAA Broadcasting and the VRL. Big thank you to Blue Fox Properties and Mr. Dave Mayberry. Give him a call at 520-850-4189 if you're looking to buy or sell your house in the Tucson, Arizona area, or really anywhere across the country. Let Dave and his 18 years of experience buying and selling houses get you into that home of your dreams. And trust me when I say this housing market is just getting crazier and crazier, and I don't see a light at that end of the tunnel. It's just going to keep going and going and going. So be sure to get yourself a good quality realtor here today. And of course, massive thank you to D&D Race Graphics with Mr. Ricky Wittenberg, doing a fantastic job with our splash screens each and every single week. But more importantly, he does some amazing paint jobs that you'll see out there on the track here tonight and pretty much any other time that you see some racing, and they're always eye-popping, eye-catching, and compliment getting. So be sure to go on over to D&D Race Graphics and get yourself a fancy new paint scheme for whatever truck or car you're driving here today. As always, I am Alan Brown, and I am joined in the booth by my partner in crime, surviving another Wednesday, the brewmaster in general, Mr. Alan English. signing on for duty here tonight, and a little tough task here tonight for these drivers. 133 laps at this 1.5-mile racetrack. It's gonna be should be a pretty good race. A good chunk of room for these drivers to spread on out, but I got a feeling it's gonna be a close battle up there.
It's a fun track to come to. It's a fun track to race. You know, ever since they redid this track here a few years ago, they made the racing so much more interesting. You know, both ends of the track being different now. You know, turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, different banking, different angles. It's you can't forget where you're at on the track, or you'll make a big mistake. But these drivers been here quite a few times since the reconfigure work was done here, so they know this track really well, and look forward to seeing some great racing out here tonight. These guys really know this track well.
And that they do. And another driver, or another person, I should say, a former driver that knows this track pretty well, the one and only anger management specialist down on pit road, Mr. Adam Turner, here with us tonight. Adam, I know Martinsville, it was kind of one of those crazy things. It just, you know, really wasn't any racing, just kind of surviving. Here tonight, we're going racing tonight.
Yeah, we talked about like the Golden Girls and stuff. We're done with that tonight. We're going to talk about real racing. I've been pretty much blacked out in this infield several nights. I don't know if I've told you all the stories. I probably shouldn't get into them, but yeah, this is my home track. I love it here. I used to watch Jimmy Johnson just run everybody, you know, lap the whole field when they had the old configuration. The new configuration, I think, is more conducive to a little bit better racing. Watch out of 4, that quad oval is going to squeeze you. It's going to squeeze you at some point, especially as the tires kind of wear off. It's going to be real interesting right there at the beginning of the quad oval. And coming out of 2, when you put the power down, sometimes it gets slippery with the old tires. So I don't know. I think we're going to see some good racing, maybe a fight or two. Definitely not as many cautions as we saw last night. Looking forward to a good race. And let me give you these rules, Brown. 1 fast repair, 70% fuel, 3 total sets of tires, so you're going to have to make them work tonight. That's going to be key right there. Tire management. 13 incident points penalty. 6 incident points, you'll get another penalty, and the track is warm, not totally hot, at 89 degrees.
And so some good weather for these drivers out here tonight. Bright in sunshiny skies as we take a look here at tonight's race info. Really no rain in the forecast or anything like that. These drivers should have a wonderful time out there as we head on down to the key to the race. Man, it's gonna get slippery and slidey out there. Gonna be kind of driving on ice. Was talking to a couple of the drivers here during practice, and they were telling me like, hey, it was even hotter on the Monday night practice race that these guys did, and it doesn't look like that's that situation has changed here tonight.
Even with the cooler track temperature that's out there, the tire wear is just going to catch up to them so fast. It'll make your head spin how quick the tire fall off really starts to affect you here. And yeah, these guys are going to be fighting it hard out there, and it's all about who can manage their tire wear the best, who can get the best strategy out there as far as pit stops and stuff go. And yeah, a lot of that's luck, you know, how the cautions fall and whatnot. But yeah, he who can just make the tires last longer is going to do a lot better here tonight.
Yeah, the fuel is going to be a little different because you're at 70%. The tires, I guess you're going to have to cut them into thirds. So 40-something laps. Would you say 45 laps maybe? 45 and 90? Would that be where y'all would pit? I don't know. Somewhere in there for the tires. But for the fuel, I don't know if we're going to be on the same schedule. So that's going to be interesting, you know, how that plays out. There's going to have to be some real thought into this one. Not like the thought about me going to Buc-ee's across the street and then grabbing some canes and coming back for a couple cold beers in the infield.
Some beaver nuggets from over there.
You like those? They're too sweet. I'll get you some jerky.
Give me both.
Okay. It's a little sweet and salty.
You got it.
I like that idea.
But yeah, these drivers will definitely have a fun time out there here tonight. Speaking of tonight, we thank you all for tuning in and watching and joining us here at AAA Broadcasting. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you get alerted every single time that we go live. And if you do enjoy any of the action, be sure to hit that thumbs up so we can continue to grow this fantastic community as qualifying is finishing on up. Here we go. We got your official starting grid all up and ready to go. So let's tell everybody where their favorite driver is going to be starting here tonight. Up at the very front, the 7 of Timothy Pope is going to be leading this one off. He's going to have the 14 of Dustin with a Y starting to his outside, starting there in second. Then we got the 6 of Trevor Robertson. Ted having a great starting spot up there in third. 23 Sean McDonald, one of our friendly Canadians over here, starting to his outside in fourth. Fifth will belong to the 81 of Mr. Jonathan Osborne. Shachi with a great starting spot alongside the 69 of Larry Dickerson up inside this top 10 in sixth. Seventh goes to the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg and teammate Josh Bittner in the 84 machine starting to his outside in eighth. Ninth goes to a guy with a name that is just good enough. Mr. Craig Goodenough in the 89 machine is going to have the 92 of Greg Klein starting to his outside, rounding out your field starting top 10.
18 truck of Andrew Player will start in 11th place. Just to his outside, Andrew Cawthon in the 10 machine. Jess Vaught and David Mayberry starting side by side in row number 7. David Fight and Greg Dobson in row number 8. Row number 9 is going to be the 74 of Zachary Hallinan and the 79 of Alejandro Gonzalez. George Rincon in the 28 will start inside row number 10. And to his outside and rounding out your top 20 tonight, Dustin Wade in the 68.
82, Michael Everidge, 21st, starting 22nd, Austin Paul on the 3, Nicholas Ramsey. In the 34, starts 23rd. In 24th position, John Curtis in the 43. Jeremiah Burke, number 53, starts 25th, starting 26th, Mike Adamson in the 88. Right behind him, America's driver, the number 99 of Albert Anderson, starting 27th, 28th, Jack Dixon. The number 1901 of Kelly Keel. 29th. 30th is incorrect. That'll be Kyle Vaught. 16 of Kyle Vaught will be 30th. Let's see. 31st will be Scott D. Howell in the 187. 32nd, 77 of Jacob Young. 33rd, Robert Chipman in the 58. 72, Chandler Paul starts 34th. 35th, Kevin Hunt in the 434. Number 8, Edson Ochoa, 36. And 1, 2, 3, John Gallagher, 37th. And there's thank you to Lori Vaught for race control.
And
They added another lap of caution here, Mr. Brown, and I'll go around once again here for the EOLs.
Yep, Lori had her hands full last night, or last week, which means she's also got her hands full here, at least at the start, to get everybody in the proper order before we get going to the green flag. I see everybody over there in chat. Glad to see everybody joining us here tonight. And of course, welcome back to Mr. Mike Adamson, the Silent Assassin, coming back after having, I think, a couple of foot injuries going on, but those seem to have healed themselves on up.
Hi, Albert Anderson's fan club out here. Albert Nation, represented by his mom and dad, and by Kathy and Edith here as well. Taylor Provak's pulling for the Vaults out there here tonight. Greg Dobson welcoming back Mike Adamson.
Good to have everybody out here. Hopefully we get a good crowd tonight. This is a great track. I've spent some
It is.
awesome times here. I didn't get to go this past race. I was really thought about just trying to go, but I didn't. Probably hit the fall race.
Well,
Great facility, a lot of fun.
Turner, what do you think about the 4 Texans in the field here tonight? Dustin Eaton, Edson Ochoa, Jacob Young, and Kevin Hunt, all from Texas here. Do you think they have maybe a slight advantage just being their home track? They probably race it a lot on iRacing.
Well, they better respect the flag of the Lone Star, you know,
Which is on the 14, by the way.
Oh, I saw that. It's a cool paint scheme.
Very cool.
They're going to do their best. This is not everybody's great at this track. It's Charlotte-esque, right? But it's not Charlotte. A little bit different.
I mean, it used to be a lot different. You had that bump coming out of turn number 2, which got everybody. I don't know a single person who hasn't spun out of there. That doesn't mean it's any less difficult now with this most recent repave and redo of the track. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and find on out for these drivers as the pace truck peels off down onto pit road, which means it's time for Timothy Pope and Dustin with a Y to lead this field into that Geico restart zone. And here we go. Green flag racing for the first time tonight here at Texas as the field goes side by side. Some slower traffic in the back, so there's some shuffling going on there as the 7 of Pope easily and quickly just keeping up there, up at the front. The 6, Trevor Robertson, is able to filter through that bottom line here, gets up underneath the 14 of Dustin with a Y, able to get that second spot away from him. 81 of Osborne is now trying to go for that move, slipping and sliding up underneath the 14. 23, Sean McDonald, able to tuck quickly into line as the 81 and the 14. Now that they're both up to speed, it's going to be a little bit more of a even and fair fight. Maybe the 14 machine's going to lay off here to save a little bit of those tires, knowing that they're going to have a long run here tonight to really get things working, as 2 teammates ain't dead yet. Up here at the front, the 7 and the 6 going to a battle. 33, Jess Vaught, going to the outside of the 18, Andrew Player. A good battle there. Oh, we got one going flying up into the outside wall.
Did not see that. Staying green.
It is. I didn't see who it was. Oh, it was Dobson. Oh, no. The 085 of our one of our friendly Canadian buddies up there. Oh, man. Yeah, he went hard up into that outside wall, and, oh, that thing is not looking good right now. He's just trying to get to a spot where he can get down off the racetrack to either get to the pits or get a tow. Looks like he's going to try to get to the pits here.
Osvaldo Mejia pulling for the 16 out there tonight. Of course, the 16, Kyle Vaught.
I'll tell you who is looking good. The paint scheme of the number 84 in 8th position. TrackDogs.net racing throwback. Looks like that old Miller High Life car.
Yep.
Cool gold fleck paint on that thing. That's an awesome paint scheme. Bittner, love that.
14 of Eaton able to figure out a space to get some run, and now he's up at the front here giving a good battle, as you were talking about the 84 Josh Bittner going side by side here with the 33 Jess Vaught. Looks like he's trying to make something happen on the outside. Oh, as he gets snagged up into that outside wall. So definitely looks like coming out of turn number 2 going too wide. You're going to have to watch where those quarter panels are sitting.
We saw that a lot in practice with guys losing it off of 2 and just sliding all the way down to the inside wall and smacking that inside wall on the backstretch.
89.
Really have to feather that gas. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, 89 and the 55 going side by side as the 33 starts to catch on up to him here, as the 085 of Greg Dobson's trying to rejoin the track. Problem is the leaders are coming on around, and it's going to be busy. He's going to remain low in the pattern until all the chaos is kind of past him here.
No, Kevin Hunt started with an EOL here tonight, but he did get a black flag on the start for some reason. I don't know if that was.
I think that was part of it. He had to serve a.
Okay, gotcha.
Had to serve a drive-through within the first couple of laps there, so the 434 able to do so.
There was a lot of penalties last week. I don't know how she dealt with all the drama last week. We've already had a better green flag run in the first 8 laps than we did at all last week, so I think this is turning out to be good already.
I think the decision was made, correct me if I'm wrong there, Brown, but the decision was made to kind of retire Martinsville as far as VRL is concerned. I don't think they're going back there again.
At least for the time being, as we got some good side-by-side action happening in front of the 72 Chan the Man, who is driving with his driver camera on up tonight. Ooh, looks like the 68 machine got a little little loose, but was able to quickly snap and save it. That's going to allow that 72 to try to sneak by on the bottom side.
Lori Vault out there in the YouTube chat as well, saying hello, AAA and viewers.
He's got
Thanks
time
for
to talk
all
to
the
us.
views.
Oh, there's a crash. 82 is around. Started with Everett somewhere.
Mike Average, huh?
Everidge in the 77. Ooh, Everidge trying to get back going straight. Looks like he might have some steering damage. Was having problems starting to turn to the left here as we look what happens between the 82 and the 77 out there on the track. Oh, man. Oh, no, it was the 82 in the outside wall, which kind of kicked things on off, and Mike Adamson was directly underneath that. Let's head on up to our No Lies chopper camera and see what happened here. And oh, yeah, just comes back down after hitting the wall across the 88's front nose. 88 going for a little bit of a ride, and it looks like the 77 just kind of on his own, maybe trying to check up for the caution. Let's see what happened
No,
here.
187 hit the 77.
Oh yeah, the 187
Wow.
did the same thing. Got up into the outside wall and came down and got a piece of the 77.
Although that was a little bit of net code, Brown,
There- yeah,
on the
that-
187 and the 77.
Yeah, there was some net code with that one.
Still 187'd him.
187.
He 187'd the 77, but
He did.
yeah, coming out too. We've been beating that to death talking about it, but that's going to be the big problem spot.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse as the tire wear increases as well.
Well, the damage is, I mean, it's bad on a couple of the trucks, but I think for the most part, it's going to be all right. I mean, they're going to get through it. Young's searching for his box. I don't know if he's lost it or what. There he
Guys are
goes.
eating ice cream, I think.
He's having that Canes. He must have the slippery fingers with the sauce and the grease.
Sauce getting everywhere.
But as much as you hate to get a penalty and receive an EOL, it's nice also knowing your box is like at the very back. It's not somewhere in the middle that you have to watch out for.
Try to find
Yeah, just
in traffic.
quickly tuck right on in and get some whatever jobs you got to get done.
Some of these guys may be burning a fast repair, the guys with really heavy damage, but a couple of them trucks probably get away with just doing some manual damage repair.
Yeah, well, you know, that's also talking to some of the drivers here tonight. They were a little worried about how slippery and tight this track can get, but they were also saying like, but drivers won't have too many opportunities to mess up because the speeds are much higher, which means the wrecks do all that much more damage as compared to last week, where, you know, last week you can be missing 3/4 of your car as long as it's got an engine, a throttle, a brake pedal. That's pretty much all you need.
Well, that's true, but last week too, the walls are closing in on you. Really tight quarters there. Here you got a little bit some areas to drift a little bit and maybe save yourself from the wall. Last week you're hitting the wall. You get hit, you're probably hitting the wall most likely. So there's more space in Texas, you know, all the way around. Until the California people have ruined it, you know, they come in and they're trying to mow down the hill country and steal all the water. So I appreciate those people. Thanks a lot, you know, for screwing that up. But I'm not a bitter person, guys.
Of course not.
No, I love everybody.
So we get ready to get all lined on up here once again and get back to the action. Gonna have the 14 this time starting up on the inside with the 7 on the outside.
This Vault making up some positions here already, up 7. 33 now in 6th place.
That doesn't surprise me. That boy can drive.
You can.
Yeah, he's good. His team is good too. What's Greg doing? Where's Greg? Where's the Klein man? 11th?
He's down 1, so he's hanging in there.
Well, that's probably why Jess is moving up so fast. He doesn't want to get teammate doored again like he did last week.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Really got to get Greg to get us on a AAA broadcasting cruise where we just have a party. You know?
Man,
Just take over the ship.
I think we need a few more subscribers then.
Well, yeah,
Then
well,
we'll
when we
have
get to
now to do that.
100,000, we get to 100,000, we'll do a cruise, guys. I think, what are we at, like 320?
Double that.
Are we?
We're
79.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. We're almost there. We only have like 990 something. I can't wait for that cruise, guys.
As the Pace Truck's lights turn on off, we get ready to head on back to the green flag. 14, 7, 81, 23 make up your first couple of rows. 89 and the 33 with the 655 and the 18 are all lined on up here as well. Another driver to watch out for, very quick in practice, was that 99 of America's driver Albert Anderson, currently just inside the top 20. Be on the lookout for him to possibly make a move. As here we go, green flag is out once again. Everybody putting the hammer on down as they go on back to green flag racing here at Texas. Side by side, they shuffle and bustle down into turns 1 and 2. Looks like the 7 machine trying as hard as he can up on that outside lane to just build up that momentum and stay side by side with the 14. Just not going to be quite enough as the 14 gets that full truck cleared. 81 Jonathan Osborne doing a great job on that bottom row and putting in some laps here as the 89 good enough. Looks to the bottom side here of the 23. Sean McDonald able to get that pass almost completed. Should be completed here in just a couple of minutes, as the 6 is also going to try to fall through on the on that bottom line. I think, oh no, the 7 gets up into the outside wall, and oh no, 6, 33, oh, 33,
Oh.
33 is dead.
He went
no,
upside down for a ride there.
No.
Half the field in this one, guys.
That was like Talladega-esque.
Yeah.
So you're
Oh, man.
33 was... Is that what happened with...
He got tossed around like a rag doll there.
Yeah,
Well, you know what?
that he
His
did.
night's not over. He'll
No.
be all right.
So we had the 7 of Pope snag up into the outside wall. Actually, I think the 81 Osborne was following him up there as well. Yeah, he did. And then the 23 Sean McDonald was trying to figure out what happened as he was going up into the outside wall, except he had the 89 a good enough, and the 6 of Trevor Robertson looking down low as the 123 and the 23 and the 89 make contact, which gets them all slippery and slidey. You can see there the 89 just trying to get it back together, and then some more netcode, but I think there was going to be contact there as the 6 was trying to get down and out of the way. 33 of Jess Vaught just nowhere to go whatsoever. Just gets absolutely demolished in this one.
Just about went 4 wide there. And this is a decently wide track, but not wide enough for 4 wide, is it, Adam?
No, but I think Jess knew something was coming. As the 23 hit the wall, I think him and Roberts were trying to get low.
Yeah.
But right ahead of him, I kind of missed out there, and that is the 81. Osborne looked like he hit the wall too and then blinked out.
Yeah, there
And
was
kind of caused some issues.
quite a few drivers there that were all headed up into that outside wall as we kind of take a look there from behind the field with Dustin Wade. And you can unfortunately see there, anytime you can see the underside of another truck, it's usually not a good sign. And you got a good clean inspection on that 33 of Just Vaught, so I don't think we're going to need to tech his car after this race.
Dustin Wade had a cool view, but he also has like the best car for the homeless. Steel Reserve 211. You really,
Yeah.
You want to drink a warm beer on a hot summer day and have just one and just be blacked out on the pavement? That's the one you're going to drink right there. It might make you homeless.
Two of the Dustins out there with some fans. Analea Tovar pulling for Dustin Eaton. Team Tang.
With the
And
Y.
Amanda Wade. Pulling for the 68 out there. Saying, are we taking bets on how many pages Lori uses tonight?
Well, she's unfortunately at least got half of one filled. I think it's going to square up, but that 2 is no joke. The tire wear is fast fall off here. 2 and 4 are tough.
I mean, we're already starting to see some differences with pit strategies. I know a lot of the people that have come down have mainly for some damage and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, right now, your current top 10 all the way to John Gallagher have yet to come on down. And then a whole bunch of people pitting back on, lap 10s, 11s, couple here on 16 most recently. So it's going to be interesting because you were kind of right if where pit strategy is going to be interesting here tonight. Because if this thing was to go, green flag to green flag, they would have required a short pit somewhere.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody was going to come down and get a splash, just to kind of kick the next pit stop a little bit farther down the road, but didn't see that here. I'm Tom reminding Albert, no texting and driving out there.
All right now it's okay. He's in the Folgers machine. He's had his coffee. You can.
He's focused.
You can text during the cautions.
Yeah. Oh, and Tom, that Albert Anderson is Albert Anderson the Pops.
Yeah. I get it.
That's his dad. This is the Albert Anderson the third here. He's probably not texting.
He's in the truck.
Yeah, he's
Albert
probably
Anderson
not texting.
Jr. is the one talking in the YouTube chat there.
There's a lot of Andersons out here. We got to keep track of them all, and we're happy to be here. Got a huge fan club. Had a good win last week in one of these races. Really kind of on a hot streak right now.
That he is, as the lights on the pace car turn back on off. So we get ready to head on back to some green flag racing with the 14 and the 81 up at the front here once again. A little bit of a shakeup there because a lot of drivers did get collected into that last wreck. So we're going to have to be cautious of people driving back up through this field. And it's going to be a tough task indeed as the pace car makes that hard left turn and makes his way on down onto pit road, which means it is time here once again to go green flag racing as the 14 and the 81 put the hammer on down. Oh, as the 81 slips up to the outside wall, snags a piece of it, trying to win that drag race down into turns 1 and 2. 89 Craig Goodenough trying to sneak that nose up in there, not quite able to do so. He's going to be stuck side by side with the 23 of McDonald. Right behind him, though, you got the 18 of Andrew Player, and behind him, the 01 and the 1 going to battle. 79 Alejandro Gonzalez finding his way to 3 wide action with the ones.
Oh, baby, 3 wide in Texas is always exciting.
Ooh, slippery and slidey for the one of David Fight. Gets stuck up into that outside wall for a quick second, able to wrangle that thing back under control. 99 of Anderson and the 123 of Gallagher with a good fight here as the 18 able to stay clear of the 01 for time being, as some good cloud cover draping over the track right now, which means the track temp should drop a little bit more as the 82, man, oh man, he is being pushed by that 33 of Just Fought.
I was wondering if we're getting another eclipse or something here. I didn't know if they scheduled a redo or what, because, yeah, it was getting really dark there for a few minutes with all the clouds.
Could be the eclipse from the Middle East that's about to come down on us all.
Like an encore.
Some more people into the wall held it.
88 of Mike Adamson stuck right in the middle of it. How about a track to be welcomed back to us? He's now 3 wide. Goodness.
Kathy out there saying, keep on it, Albert. Keep on keeping on. As you mentioned, he's been on a hot streak here lately. Oh, we're wrecking. 434, Kevin Hunt in the inside wall coming through the tri-oval.
It's just not picking it up on my screen tonight.
It flashed in and out. I think there was a blinker or something.
Go ahead and see.
Bring the caution.
Oh no, I think another case of the old netty code.
Yep, that was netcode. That was netcode.
So we jump on up to our chopper camera. Ah, yeah, there was a solid foot between the 434 and the 55, and unfortunately for the 434, the iRacing gods have denied his access for the time being of being able to race close. But thankfully, it doesn't look like the 434 is too damaged out there, and he's able to get right back out onto the racetrack.
53 of Burke. I'm not sure if he caught much damage from that.
I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
I like the sparkles on his. I like sparkly things. You know, like that truck is sparkly in the 53. But do you think the eclipse is here with us again? Is that why it was so dark? Now the light's coming back.
It was so such a positive experience for everybody. They decided to schedule another one. I guess the guys at NASA or wherever said, "Well, let's just do another one. Let's get the moon staged back up where we need it, and do it again."
Yes, we take a quick look there at the front of the 53 Jeremiah Burke machine. Looks like there's a couple of dents, but they can take some hammers to it and put it back in the right position.
We don't need a fast repair for that, I don't think.
No.
No, just a ball peen hammer and a cold beer. You'll be fine. You can knock that out.
Hammer and a dolly.
Yeah.
But like we've been kind of saying, coming out of turn number 2, it's been very, very tricky here tonight, seeing a lot of wall contact. Even if you don't think you hit the wall that hard, if you do it, 2, 3, 4 times, man, it adds up. That's something iRacing added within the past year or so is I don't know. I can't say it. Cumulative. Thank you. Cumulative damage. So it adds up, and it adds up pretty quick.
I noticed on one of the trucks earlier, this was during the first accident, the passenger side of Cawthon's number 10 truck was missing most of the paint off of it. I guess he had gotten into the wall a little bit there, but yeah.
Well, to me,
on the right side of a lot of these trucks.
What's nuts is, we did mention 2, but I personally, and I think you're with me on this, both of y'all, that corner at the quad oval out of 4 is hard for me to handle. But we're seeing more
if
action
you're too wide or more, that's when you run out of room quickly, and that wall just comes out of nowhere.
We're seeing more stuff in 2. Both are hard. Don't kid yourself, but they're getting there. This isn't.
Right.
Hey, we're still way ahead of last week, guys.
Oh yeah. Hey. John Gallagher 123 with a black flag. Not sure what that was for. Yahtzee.
As we see a little playful game there between the 14 and the 81. Both Osborne and Eaton some really good buddies. Osborne on the receiving end of a lost bet. I believe he's either, I can't remember if he's gotten or has got some form of a orangutan tattoo.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that's something we do need to follow up on off air and see what's going on with that as we continue to pace for just another one more lap after this. We should be going back to the green flag.
Look, I can make all kinds of bets, but I'm not gonna bet and put an orangutan tattoo on my body. That's just not the bet I'm making. I'm not that bold, I guess. I mean, I'll bet some other kind of tattoo, but
Analea confirming that Chachi did indeed receive his needle and ink job to, I forget what it was. I might have been a shoulder.
Yeah,
but
that'd be cool.
It should be good. And I do have to apologize to you, Turner. I had some good leads on some good sport bets that paid out pretty well, but I didn't get them. Didn't get them to you in time.
You've been leaving me hanging on all this sports betting. We got to get back on it. Did you see the guy for the NBA? He was betting the under on himself.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, They banned him for life. He was an NBA player. I don't even know his name.
Or are you talking about the guy who understood that there was like French fries or nachos if they reached a certain score and purposely missed 2 free throws?
No, I don't know if it's the same guy. I just saw it on the news today. But that sounds like a good story. The mafia got a hold of that
I was
kid.
gonna
Sounds
say,
like.
isn't that where you get your tips from, like the mob?
Oh yeah, there's the evil underworld of the betting. Just
I don't
people,
like to gamble.
but Brian and I keep it on the up and up. We don't need any of that. It's just real straightforward and professional.
Worst gambler in the world. I'm terrible at it, so I just don't do it.
As we get ready to head on back to the green flag into that Geico restart zone, we go side by side for the 81 and the 14, launching off down into turns 1 and 2. A good restart there for the 14. 81's just going to tuck right back down into line there on the bottom side. That leaves the 23 and the 89 stuck side by side with the 18 and the 01 right behind them, having a fantastic battle out there. Andrew Player trying to figure out a way to get up here and marathon his way to the front with his Boston Marathon themed Makoni setup shop truck here tonight.
Somebody that was in that thing running it, and I'm like, oh my god, how can you run that far in like 4 hours or whatever it was? It was ridiculous.
Ooh, 99 to Anderson. Thanks. Up into the outside wall. 77 with a good quick reaction there to avoid any of the checkup. Young diving on down to the bottom side. He's looking to the inside lane right now on the 74 of Zachary Hallinan, who's having a pretty good run right now, trying to keep that that wonderful yellow machine clean here tonight.
187 also got in the wall at the exact same time. Bounced off of
it. 33.
I
think 33 had just fought, got a piece of that wall. He's again got a bunch of traffic around him, so I think he just a slight little tippy tap and is able to keep on driving here. As the 77 continuing to try to stay in front of that charging 33 machine. 29 of, as you said, David Mayberry having a good run out there in the 29 machine. Old Uncle Dave.
Mr. David.
Ooh, it's right behind him, Scott D. Howell. Oh, and we got one sideways.
434.
Oh, 434. Kevin Hunt having a rough night here tonight. Gets up into that outside wall and goes for a ride. Let's go ahead and see what what happened here. Oh, he was just loose coming out of turn 2. Didn't even get close to the outside wall and just straight down across the racetrack, hard up into that inside wall. I got a feeling he's going to have to use a fast repair on that one.
Yeah, Fight tapped him. Had no choice, but kind of come across his nose. But that was pretty much all on the 434. Go ahead there, English.
Yeah, Kevin Hunt definitely with a meatball flag. He's got some pretty heavy suspension damage there that going to have to get repaired before he can get out there and score some more laps.
Man. Yahtzee.
And
good game. Good dice game.
Fantastic dice game as it's getting a little rough and tumble out here. A little, as our good buddy Mr. Turner likes to say, getting a little western as Dustin Eden and company coming on down into the pits. Looks like Josh Bittner just fought, electing to stay on out here, as well as some other drivers that have previously pitted.
Maybe trying to stretch it out 10 or 12 more laps. They think there might be another caution soon here, so get a little bit closer to their desired tire split.
Yeah, because even with the cautions, we're kind of close to where that fuel window is here on lap 33. So I think these drivers maybe just trying to stick to a strategy as the 14 comes off pit road. Very nice and good little race right behind them between Goodenough and Chachi. Jacob Young, Kelly Keel, and Sean McDonald. As Josh Bittner will inherit the race lead with the 33 of Just Fought. going to be starting right next to him. Another one of our Canadian buddies, Jack the Ripper Dixon, is going to be starting up there in row number 2 with the 92 of Greg Klein.
Most of these guys that pitted full stops, 4 tires and fuel, with the exception of Jacob Young, who jumped up a whole bunch of spots because it looked like he just took fuel only. Not sure.
Maybe try to stretch it out, save a set of tires for the end.
Yeah, just try to kind of kick it down the road a little bit, and makes sense. I think that's what the front bunch of drivers are doing here. 16 or 17. And like Adam was saying, if they can make it to what, lap 45-ish, something like that, to get a good even split. Just, I don't know how far they can go on gas, but
yeah, I got to feel it under green flag. I think probably maxed out 35, 36 laps, I think.
A lot of these guys already got a little splash and go.
Yeah, so again, it's just one of those things we got to be conscious of here coming to the end, because I know at least the first couple of races that we saw here this season, we saw a whole bunch of different winners than we would normally see, and that was mainly due to pit stops and pit strategy and how much fuel these guys are using. But should definitely be interesting once we come on up to the end of this one. Meanwhile, we still have about 100 laps to run. Miss Lori also giving us some fun track facts that the first ever real-life race here, April 6th, 1997, they didn't make it half a lap, and then a 13-car pilot.
Jeff Burton won that race. It was about the same time that Jeff Burton's car was at the Ford dealership that my my grandpa worked at. So we went down there and got to talk to his head mechanic, and everybody wanted to run the car down Highway 15. This was in East Louisiana. And they said, well, let's talk to the police about it. The police says, you can run as fast as we can go. Don't go any faster than the new. They had the brand new Crown Vics at the time. And I tell you what, they were ripping it when they came back dealership at full speed. That was fun to watch. You could build a NASCAR back there for about $70,000. I think it's a lot higher than that now.
Where winning on Sunday actually sells on Monday?
Yeah. It did at the Ford dealership.
Oh, I bet. Well, now, here's the question. Was this before his race there on April 6th? Because maybe you were his good luck charm.
This was before 97. I was probably 15 years old, something like that. This is probably 95, 94, somewhere in there.
The pace truck peels off down onto pit road. 84 in the 33, getting those engines all hot and warmed up as here we go once again. Green flag racing here from Texas. The 33 not wasting any time on the outside lane. He knows that when they get to the corner, it's going to be a tough fight side by side with that 84 of Bittner. He's just trying to get that truck free and clear on that outside lane, and he does. 84 just losing that number one spot as Vaught able to, on the outside lane, get that pass completed. Now you've got the 92 and the 19 having a good battle. 92 of Greg Klein looking to the bottom side of the 84 as he goes alongside battling with Jack Dixon. Larry Dickerson in the 69 machine going to battle with the 88 of Mike Adamson. A good fight going on there, as well as some fantastic side-by-side with Austin Paul, George Rincon. You also got the 085 of Dobson, 55 of Ricky Wittenberg, 43 of John Curtis is side-by-side. Everybody's picking a dancing partner here tonight as we go 3 wide.
They're making it work, too. The 3 wide. Of course, everybody's got semi-fresh tires in this part of the pack.
Well, I don't know what these guys are doing, but they're making me feel like I need to go south of Waco to a place called Papa Joe's.
You feeling lucky with the dice? Or?
Shoot some snake eyes, yes. And then just make sure you got a bigger pistol than the 22 when you go in that joint. I've been in there. It's an eerie place, but it's a good place to shoot some dice, you know? Just be careful. Just south of Waco there in Lorena.
Let's take a ride here with the 77 of Jacob Young, just inside of this top 20 right now. You can see all the crazy action going on in front of him. 085 of Dobson almost into that outside wall there, getting some scrapes with the 123 right behind him. Oh man, just look at how twitchy that 77 is. He was having to fight that one all the way through turns 3 and 4 and afterwards as the 18 Andrew players starting to pinch down. Own contact. Oh my goodness.
Side down. Oh man, call the ambulance on that one. 16 got it too.
Oh gee.
That's the 18 still running.
I don't. It's not. It's not.
not
I think it was just gravity rolling them back down the racetrack as we go ahead and take another look at that one. Of course, our camera was right on the action as it was happening, right in there with the 77. It was very, very close, and now of course the building's gonna get into the way of the helichopper, so we'll go to this as it was 3 wide, 7 up on the far outside lane, 18 in the middle, and you can see the 18 just trying to leave room for the 7 to come down the racetrack for the quad oval. 18, 77 gets up into that 18. Bolts go for a ride. Oh man, right into where that curved section of the inside wall is, so it was a direct 90-degree hit back up the track where the 16 is. And that was all it wrote for the 18 Andrew player.
I mean, that's a terrible place to have that curve out deal right there so emergency vehicles can get on the track. But my goodness, look what happened with it.
Oh, yeah.
Got into the ditch fence and everything.
Is it? If anybody's mad at the other guy, come down here. I'm gonna have the after party at Papa Joe's. It's about an hour and a half south. Y'all just come on down. We'll have some fisticuffs in the parking lot.
Knuckle boxing.
And we'll shoot some dice. We'll leave the guns in the truck.
It's going to be fair.
We got to keep it fair. No knives either, but keep the pocket knives out of the way. We just only fisticuffs. No
low blows, no kicking.
Yeah, we'll have rules, a little bit of rules about the whole thing.
We're working on getting this sanctioned.
I'd like to. I think we could have some fun. AAA broadcasting vigilante boxing event, you know, kind of like the feats of strength, you know, during Festivus.
82 of Mike Evers with the 28 of George Rincon, 84 of Bittner, and a good chunk of this field. Looks like probably about half of the field coming on down and topping up at least with fuel. Saw a couple of takers taking some full pit stops there to get some fresh tires up under their race trucks. We get ready to kind of get back on going with some green flag runs as the teammates, 33 of Just Fought and the 92 Greg Klein, going to start off side by side. 19 of Dixon with the 88 of Adamson. Dickerson fight, good enough. Dustin with a Y able to get back up into the top 10. 085 of Greg Dobson with the, I think it's going to end up being the 81 of Jonathan Osborne there to restart in 10th. So it should be a good battle up here, up at the front. Now, English, you were also saying they were doing a really good job earlier, and kind of throughout this race thus far of the 3 wide. Texas is one of those tracks that it's fairly wide. There's room to go 3 wide. I wouldn't push anything past that, and I wouldn't want to be stuck 3 wide for an extended amount of time. But yeah, these drivers are finding the holes and they're making it work.
The tires get worn, though. You know, the higher you go up on that track, and you're flirting with the edge of the marbles and stuff right there, and then you're really gonna lose it coming out of two if you get those rubber marbles sticking to your hot tires and losing some traction there. But Overall, pretty exciting. Good race here so far. Not a whole ton of cautions to speak of. Get some green flag racing in. If we get a green flag pit stop in and it spreads the field out a little bit more, I think we'll see more green flag racing because as we talk about before, cautions breeding cautions because you're re-racking everybody too wide again, and it just kind of causes more problems. But you just got to be patient.
I do like what they did with the catch fence here is add those LED lights along it.
That's cool. I like that.
Have you ever been driving down the road where you come up to a corner that's got those, like the yellow arrows on it and then the lights, like blinking, showing you the corner? Have you? It's always a great feeling when you time it just right so that the blink is as you're going around. Or is that just me?
I mean, if you're on a motorcycle, that means, all right, here comes a fun turn. Speed up a little bit.
Yep.
You can drag a floorboard around it. That's always fun. Brett Arnell here tonight in the YouTube chat. Thank you for being here. Saying I'd watch that. Talking about the boxing. Gotta figure out a way to do some virtual fights on here somehow.
Oh, well, we just have the meetup. Maybe we could do it on the cruise ship, like we said. Greg sets us up a cruise, and then we have a little boxing area one night. Everybody drink your fill. We'll do Irish style boxing.
You gotta fight in the pool though.
Yeah, well, yeah. You got to get really tank so you really don't hurt each other.
Yeah.
I don't want any real scars or anything for these guys. I just want to see them slap each other around a little bit.
Yeah, well, them slapping contests like they do from the radio stations,
Those are funny. Yeah, might as well.
That's some people getting knocked out.
As the pace truck peels off down and in, which means it's time to go green flag racing here once again. It's the two teammates starting off side by side. The field all lined up side by side. Ooh, Shane the Man having a quick little ride through the infield grass there, but able to get it back out onto the racetrack as the 33 is free and clear. Looked like the 19 of Jack Dixon was able to follow through on the bottom side. Oh, more wall contact there. Looked like a 14 of Dustin with a Y getting a piece of that outside loving.
Him and the 81 of Chachi trading a little bit of paint there. No harm, no foul, nothing doing there.
Oh, no, we got
big wreck.
Big wreck. Scott Howell going for a little bit of a spinneroonie. He's going to complete this lap completely backwards. Oh, no,
Gallagher.
a good... able to save that?
Gallagher in the middle of the start of that, I think.
I think you're right. Let's go ahead and take a look-see back here as just kind of see what happened. Oh, I think it was netcode again.
Why don't they fix this netcode problem? This is every week.
And you're telling me it looks like it was just after some 3 wide, 123 up high, 28 in the middle. And yeah, it started as a little netcode right about here. It's the 28. The truck reacts like he got hit by the 123 and then started turning and then right up in front of the 123, and it was just hard wall impacts after that. 123 trying to A, get off of the 28 and B, get off of the wall, comes back down the track right in front of the Zin machine, and he just gets absolutely smoked down into pit road.
I mean, it's a solid 10 inches between those two trucks, and all of a sudden the gray truck, the 28, just kicks sideways. I mean, all these updates and stuff that they're doing, they need to fix this hitbox problem.
Ooh, George Rincon is not happy with all the talking on the radio. See, that's what I'm talking about. George, meet us down there at Papa Joe's. You can fist of cuff anybody you want. You call it. Whoever's talking too much, you let me know. I'll set it up for you. That's what I like. A little bit of anger out on the radio.
John Gallagher is disconnected. Andrew Cawthon with the black flag. Nick Ramsey with the black flag. Scott Howell with the black flag.
Dang. Lots of black flags.
Yeah, driver calling it an evening here tonight. Jacob Young, we saw him get tied on up with the 18, Andrew Player, and he was thinking 18 was going to slide up a little bit, got a little crowded, and there was just no space. Frustrating, and second incident, and he is out over the caution clock. Man, Jacob, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, and other days you're both. And tonight's not been a friendly night for a lot of guys, and iRacing is definitely not helping that cause either.
Yeah, Scott Howell, I think he was just talking about his caution flag. He was one of the trucks that got sent down and kind of like cut the end of the pit lane, I think. That may have been why he got a... He wasn't... I don't think he was really sure why he got a black flag, but I think that's why.
Probably, yeah.
Go back and look at the video now, but...
If
Yes, so he was sent... Because of the wreck, he was sent down into the pit lane before the green cone, so he would have got an unsafe pit entry. That's why he got the black flag, I'm sure. I'm sure the admins are looking at it, but they asked him, why did you get a black flag? He said he wasn't sure if it was because of passing under yellow or what it was, but it looked like it was caused by the caution. I think he went ahead and served it, but no, he didn't serve it. He just did a pass-through, I think.
Have you noticed all the crazy things going on in the world? Like,
yeah,
there's all these fighters in the sky right now, like F-35s flying over and dropping sonic booms on you in the middle of nowhere. You notice that?
I love it.
I love it, but it's a rare. So I think they're preparing us for something. You know, I think something's about to happen, y'all.
4th of July.
Do you think that's what we're going to be?
I don't know.
The flyover for the Cowboys game next?
Yeah,
month?
probably. That's probably
just practicing over here.
Sure.
I hope so, but I'm just getting a little concerned. I've invested in lots of plants. I'm learning how to do like plants in a wicking tub, you know, stuff like that. And goats. I've got some goats. Got some goats ordered.
Man,
do you really?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it on our own now.
those are
not that I'm totally a prepper just yet, but I'm like at 73%, I think.
Love me some cabrito.
That's what I'm talking about. And some goat milk cheese.
Goat cheese is good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some good hobbies, and there's some drivers out here that have some good, fun, and interesting hobbies of their own. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but the most important news, and there is no way that he's gonna ever let him forget it, the young Kyle Vaught now has officially a higher I rating than Uncle Dave.
Oh, man. Eat it, Dave. These guys have so much fun competing against each other. And I mean, I rating, schmy rating. I don't care what my I rating is.
Schmy rating?
Yeah, I only raced in league races pretty much, and I very rarely did official races in iRacing. I mean, I rating. Oh, here we go. We're going green.
That's a green flag flies here once again. The 33 and the 92 side by side. 89 and Craig Goodenough. He's going to get a good jump on that bottom line. Able to sneak up underneath the 92 of Greg Klein. Then you've got the 1 of David Feit trying to slip his way down in underneath the 89. He's, I guess, not quite figured out the magic trick that we saw from a couple of these drivers up there on that outside lane just yet. 85, able to sling it without touching the outside wall. Able to keep the momentum rolling forward there with some good side-by-side battles. 23, Sean McDonald with the 88 of Mike Adamson. Silent Assassin trying to figure out a way to either get down to the bottom lane or try to make the outside lane work as 81 Jonathan Osborne getting ready to start going on attack with the one of David Fight. You got the 74 Zachary Hallinan side by side, 82 of Mike Everidge, 55 Ricky Wittenberg just behind some of that action. 3 of Austin Paul, 434 of Kevin Hunt going side by side. As 434 machine able to get all this damage all fixed on up and is able to jump back on out there onto the racetrack. And he is also joining us here on the driver cam. So glad to have you with us here, Kevin.
I know the 7 of Pope is on a mission out there, and he's right on the back of the 14, giving him all the aero help he can get, but they're kind of bottlenecked up here in some traffic.
And
I know the 7's feeling antsy, though. He can't wait to get to the front.
Yeah, and we were seeing some 3 wide there. 99 of Albert Anderson right now side by side with former teammate Mike Adamson. It looks like he's going to be able to kind of squeeze that spot away, running on that bottom side. 085 getting loose coming out of turn number 2, able once again to just wrestle that thing back under control. He's going to have some competition, though, coming up underneath and around him with the, looks like the 6 and the 84, trying to figure out a way to get some room. 14, Dustin with a Y, kind of mired in some traffic right now. He's got the 23 kind of in front of him with the Mobile 1 machine there as well. That's the 34.
Kevin Hunt getting a shout out there from Analea Tovar saying, "Let's go, Kevin." Definitely got that concentration on his face there on that driver cam. He was very focused.
Oh, yes, he indeed was, as the action continues to roll here side by side. 74 still side by side with the 19 of Jack Dixon, as starting to get our rhythm going here as the 89 Craig Goodenough looking down low, trying to take that lead away from the 33 of Jess Vaught. The 89 with fresher tires here, trying to put them to work. So 81 of Osborne gets into the back of the 92 of Greg Klein.
These guys are still a little ways away from a mandatory pit stop here for fuel. How far are they going to try to stretch this before they start thinking about green flag pit stops?
Yeah, again, so the drivers that last pitted back on lap 32, they're going to be good for quite a while here, Adam. The one I'd be worried about is that 33 of Jess Vaught battling for the lead right now. He last pitted back on lap 16, and we're now approaching lap 60. I know we've had some cautions in there, but something to watch out for.
I think he's pushing the envelope just because that incident he had earlier. He was upside down, and look where he is now, so he's making the most out of it.
And still remaining side by side. Only this time the 89's on the outside with the 33 on the inside. 81 Jonathan Osborne right behind him battling with the 92 of Greg Klein. You can see the 7 of Timothy Pope starting to lurk from the shadows and come back on through. 14 of Dustin Eaton right there on his tail, trying to fight his way on through as well.
Greg Klein trying to hold that high line there. Eaton's on his way. Greg, of course, we know is one of them guys that really knows how to save a set of tires. He may just be kind of pacing himself, trying to take that easier high line that doesn't put as much stress on those tires. You're turning a little bit easier, even though it's a little farther around the track. And as I say that, he dives down to the inside. So,
yeah, I think that bottom lane is kind of where these trucks feel the most comfortable, especially if you got no one around you and you can spread out that track a little bit. As the 81 of Osborne, he's tired of waiting around. He's like, "Hey, can you guys figure out who wants to lead here so I can pass y'all? What's going on?"
mention Albert Anderson, how hot he's been lately. As Jerry Reed says, you know, sometimes what do you say? When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. He's having some problems out there today negotiating this traffic. Still solid in the top 10, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Jerry Reed said a lot of cool things. So
Jerry Reed said a lot of stuff.
he said she got the gold mine, I got the shaft.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And he was looking for that. He wasn't particularly looking for it, but there was a Diablo sandwich involved in one of those things.
Yeah, one of those films.
Yeah, it was a film that he was in. It was one of my favorites.
Good program. That one was.
92 Greg Klein headed your way here, Adam, for some green flag pit stops. As we're live green flag racing here on lap 63. Quickly approaching that halfway point in just a few laps. 33 did eventually finally get passed by the 89, and now it's the dogs have been released as he's coming down into the pits. Kind of a tricky pit road here, as you kind of gotta come down across the apron as you're still in the middle at turn number 4.
Ari, with the track fact, I think Adam, I think we both knew this one. Jimmy Johnson has the most wins here with 7. 14 in the wall.
14 grabbing a piece of that outside wall. That's allowing the 99 of Anderson to sneak on by. Same thing with the 84 and the 6. Trying to battle his way.
I watched Jimmy Johnson lap people here several years in a row. It almost got boring. He was toying with the competition when he was on, and that Hendricks Motorsports machine.
Him and Canals had all the rules kind of figured out where they could fudge it, and you know they explored a lot of gray area with the cars. Let's just
hey, that's part of it. You know,
it is.
Push
You're
the
right.
envelope a little bit. And they did.
Jeremiah,
South Texas.
go for it.
Go ahead, bud.
No, go for it.
South Texas Border Sports out there supporting his amigos, Jacob and Edson from the Valley down there. Valley of Texas represented here tonight. Love my South Texas brothers.
As Jeremiah Burt coming right back down and into pit road here once again. He just recently left it, so I wonder if he's got to serve a penalty or something.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Jeremiah Burke with a black flag. Probably too fast exiting. Dang, that's going to hurt.
And that it is, as right in front of the silent assassin of Mike Adamson, you got a good battle here between the 43 and the 19 going side by side. Look at that. We get some green flag laps running, and these guys are starting to spread out a little bit, getting a little extra room. Still got some good side-by-side racing like we had there between the teammates of Tim Pope and the 6 of Trevor Robertson. But I think that's not so much as a try to get to the open space fest. Now it's now that these drivers have a little bit of it, they can kind of stretch those legs out a little bit and kind of get into the groove.
A couple more drivers calling out their pit stops as the cycle continues here. Here comes Mike Adamson.
And Mike last pitting on lap 24. So we've still got a solid ways here before we see everybody else come on down, like Goodenough, Osborne, and Robertson, who last pitted on lap 32. Josh Bittner last pitted on lap 41. Jack Dixon and John Curtis joined him down there on, except looks like Dixon last pitted on lap 47. So we got a whole bunch of different strategies available for these drivers here tonight.
Jacob Young out on the caution clock. Nick Ramsey and John Gallagher have both disconnected. Other than that, still got a bunch of guys out here running. Jeremiah Burke, that penalty's really hurting him, but I mean, I hear some trucks scrape the outside wall again already.
And we got some guys calling out some pits.
There comes is it Dobson, Greg Dobson coming out.
Hey, you want to Osborne looking down low on the 89 of Craig Goodenough joining us here with his driver cam as we're taking a look out the back side. But for the time being, looks like the 81 having a little bit of some problems trying to make the move stick. Oh, drifting up the track as the 6 machine was looking to go around. Robertson having to take a evasive maneuvers there to avoid some car contact.
Easy, Chachi, easy. He's sending it.
And trying to make something work around the outside lane. You got Dustin with a Y after making that wall contact, dropping back quite a few spots here. I wonder if I don't know if it's aero damage or maybe his truck is feeling pretty tight, but right now he's trying to figure out a way to get around the 19 Jack Dixon with the 43 at John Curtis, and the 74 Zachary Hallinan trying to figure out a way around him.
Got a really good look at all sides of his truck, and I don't see any aero damage on the truck. It may just be him being real cautious here, maybe.
As we return to the battle for the lead, we're almost going 3 wide for the lead here. The 6 of Robertson trying to figure out which lane to go, who's going to have the momentum, as it looks like good enough. Next one down onto pit road here.
Okay, 14 definitely does have some handling issues going on. He's snapped loose a little bit there. Coming out of turn 2, so.
Yeah, stretching it out a little bit. Got a good green flag run.
Yeah.
I like Austin Paul's number 3 CSX machine. Isn't that a locomotive? What is that, CSX?
That's a railroad.
Yeah,
That's what I
probably
thought.
cargo containers, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got
Intermodal. Is what they
intermodal.
call it.
Yes, thank you, Adam. Thank you. I was trying to think of the name, but I couldn't.
Oh, you knew the name. You just give me some props. Thank you. It's such a big thank you fest. All right, blending. Could that be an issue here?
That definitely could be, especially with how many people are on different laps and different sets of tires and different fuel amounts, and all of that is gonna start to add on up here as 84 Josh Bittner is going to lead a couple laps here tonight. 43 John Curtis going side by side with 74. 74 is going to squeeze on down by the bottom side there and able to get that position as our pit cycle continues to roll around. Coming out of pit road, that's also going to be pretty tricky. It's pretty much spits you right immediately out onto the track, and you're not quite up to speed here, as we can see the 81 and the 6 rejoining the track as the 89 was coming around.
That's going to take some heads up, spatial awareness, not just from the guys that are at speed, but the guys coming out of pits, because it's their responsibility to blend. Nobody has to let you in, just like getting on the freeway.
And we saw some 3 wide there with the 28 of Rincon, 3 of Austin Paul, and 33 of Jess Vaught. Just trying to make his way back up through this heavy traffic.
Golly. Chachi sent it in on the 3 and 3, got upset there. And contact was made. Everybody held on to it. Woo. All right, buddy, that was pretty exciting. Golly. Tire smoke came off the 3. He was getting so sideways.
Whew. Good save there from Austin Paul. Able to get everything all back and collected.
Be a good screenshot there.
So let's go ahead and jump on board with our good buddy down south, Mr. Edson Ochoa. Got some room to his own out here. Having a little bit of a rough night. He's been able to keep the truck clean. Just yet to find some pace here tonight. Currently up 8 from where he started in 29th right now, but just kind of cruising along. He's just, I got a feeling he's just biding his time. Ooh, it's the 82 of Mike Everidge coming down into the pits and was going a little slow there.
It's definitely week to week. Got some fans out there watching him for sure.
I don't love the fans. Chandler Paul is calling out his pits.
Oh, as he's sideways and a whole bunch of people around him. Goodness.
Scurry.
Yes. Yes, indeed it was, but he was able to get it back up under control, and it's going to try to come on down into the pits.
I feel like they've kind of gotten into a groove here. I don't know what y'all's feelings are. Zachary Hallinan coming into the pits.
I think they have here, Adam, as Bittner and Chandler Paul come on down to the pits, as Hallinan was leading for a quick moment there, and has now given it up to Jack Dixon, who does have the 92 at Greg Klein trying to chase him on down.
Of course, Jack the Ripper Dixon, one of our Canadians, who is a real-life race car driver as well.
Oh, we
running bone stock, I think, is what they call it up there.
Right, it's a couple vigilante
wins.
Yeah, couple vigilante racing league drivers driving in real life. Had Josh Bittner have his first race. Just I believe it was just this past weekend.
Not know that.
Yeah, sounds like he finished like I think 10th out of 24, having a good run. As 81 at Chachi trying to wrangle that thing back under control, and not racing here tonight, but definitely a very much friend of the league, Dustin Reilly. We all know his plate track dominance that he's got. He recently picked up a win in his modified.
Man,
he was running street stock.
Or was it
for a while.
Was it street stock?
He's probably still running street stocks. Larry Dickerson, I know, just started racing as well at South Boston. Not sure what class he's running in. I saw a picture of his car. It looked like it might have been street stock.
well, I'll tell you what. I raced for 25 years on the streets of Houston.
It's true.
Every day. Yeah, just tearing through people and driving through traffic like a maniac. And it was fun. It was, I think I won the race because I lived. You know.
Sure, yeah. I'm
real
sure
racing is fun.
You could take a P71 modified Crown Vic sideways like nobody else, probably.
Oh, I could do. Yeah, I'll take anybody on in one of those. That Crown Vic will run now.
6 of Robertson able to pass the 33 of Jess Vaught on the bottom side. 7 of Timothy Pope having a good had a good battle there with the 92 of Greg Klein. Now the 92 of Klein getting passed by the 6 machine. I think this is where the differential in pit stops and tires is starting to come into play between, essentially a 10 to 12 lap difference on these tires. So you're starting to see that start to kind of come into play as the 89 and the 81 continue to go to battle here up at the front. Some good battles elsewhere. We got the 43, 74, and the 1 in a tight little line here. 69 going side by side with the 84. 84 just recently pitting with the fresh set of tires, is able to get the pass made. But yeah, I think you're right there, Turn. I think we found our little bit of a groove, and we're going to be cruising around here for a little while as we're here at lap 86 of 133. We did mention that some of these drivers do race in real life, but there's some other drivers that have some great hobbies, like Andrew Player. Loves playing the bagpipes.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the bagpipes. It's brings back some terrible memories for me.
Yeah, I've heard him at a lot of funerals.
Yeah, he's part of the, I believe he's part of the New Hampshire State Police Pipe and Drum Corps.
Good on him.
Greg Dobson is a bowler. He very much enjoys rolling the ball and knocking down some pins.
Same here, buddy.
And I will say I do enjoy it too. Wish I had the time to continue doing it like I had been, but
same here. Ditto again.
Unfortunately, can't quite do that. We take a ride here with the 085 of Mr. Dobson, or one of our friendly Canadians up there in the Toronto greater area, allowing people to pass underneath them. Ooh, almost getting up into the outside wall there. Alejandro Gonzalez. What do you guys think is his favorite hobby to do out here as the 7 and the 89 go side by side?
nowadays? Brazil or somewhere?
Uh,
I don't
Venezuela.
know. Might be a baseball player. I mean, so many great baseball players come out of Venezuela. He might be an amateur baseball player. I know they got a bunch of fun leagues and stuff to be a part of. It's probably gonna be something weird, isn't it? It's probably gonna be something that.
So
we would
it's
never guess.
not like a weird out of the world thing. Just you wouldn't expect it.
I don't know, pickleball.
Okay, Turner, any thoughts?
I'm not
Exactly.
quite sure.
Fishing.
Not sure. Huh?
Fishing.
Yeah, fishing is cool.
Fishing.
That would be cool, and who knows, he may enjoy fishing as well. But his favorite hobby is inline skating.
Who's doing that?
Alejandro Gonzalez.
Like through the cones and stuff.
I thought that's what they did out
maybe.
in California and Santa Monica. They just
In
danced around.
1997.
No, those were roller skates. I think they're still doing roller blades now. I could see Richard Simmons out there just prancing around on the boardwalk with his inline skates. Is that
It's a good
That's a
form
thing
of
still?
transportation.
well? It's good and it's good
Gas prices
exercise.
are high too. You know.
That's true. All right, that's a good one. What's the next one?
Good one.
Earl Evans, our old buddy, sponsored not
He
sponsored
loves pizza
machine.
pizza.
All right, wrestling alligators.
Noodling for catfish.
Yes, that's a good one too.
His hobby, and I totally feel this, sleeping, because don't have time to do it normally, so it's got to be a hobby.
If you got if you're a family man, you really do value your sleep more and more as you age. I can see that.
It's a good battle here
feel
between the 6 and the 89, as the 81 of Jonathan Osborne kind of leads the way here. And the final one is the young Kyle Vaught, and no, it is not beating Uncle Dave.
Oh.
Well, Kyle, he's a young guy. What do the young people do?
Military guys got so many different hobbies, man. It's hard to nail down one.
Well, I'm just think. He likes electronic dance music, and he goes to raves.
He goes to raves.
That's what I think young people do all the time.
I think he's in a maybe he's in a pistol shooting league or something. I don't know.
It's gonna. I don't want to say it's boring, but it's playing the guitar.
Okay.
It's not boring. That's a nice.
no,
I
it's-
have that hobby too. I just hadn't been able to keep up with it. That's a nice hobby. See, all young people aren't just
A couple
ravers.
of fellow musicians on here in the broadcast.
Yeah, I can strike a chord or two, but it's been a while. I need to get back into it. And
You get
really, like your hobby of the steel guitar, that is really cool to me.
I pretty much gave up on that one.
Well, I mean, it's cool.
Ooh, Andrew Cawthon going through the grass.
Sideways.
Oh no! Trying to rejoin the track, and he does. Oh my goodness! Let's take a look here. What happened with the 10 machine as he gets up into the outside wall, slipping and sliding down into the grass, back up to the track. 29 with nowhere to go, just gets right back into the back of him, and he sends him back down, saying, "Hey, you missed a spot down on the grass. Go mow that spot." And thankfully, the 10 machine able to rejoin the racing surface and continue on his way here as he's battling side by side with the 79.
Amanda Wade says they get close to some real life racing. Dustin's brother does late model dirt racing. Some fun stuff to watch.
So looks like we got our next and possibly I don't know if they're the final round of pit stops as Jess Vaught and Greg Klein make their way on down into the pits. We're just outside, probably 36-ish laps left to go. I don't know if they're gonna make it on fuel. They might need a splash towards the end.
They're gonna have to do some fuel saving, especially if they get a caution or two. They might be able to work that ignition. ride the clutch a little bit, maybe save some gas, but gonna be close.
Yeah. And as always, thank you.
Oh no!
No, 69.
Dickerson around. Got a couple other guys with him there. Caution is out because he is up on the high side of the track.
Oof.
No further contact, no secondary.
Oh, looks like he and Edson Ochoa got together there.
Oh, that was Edson.
Yeah. Oh no. Ooh, little weird reverse netcode allowing the 8 machine to drive through the 69 a little bit there. So we jump on through to the chopper camera and kind of see what happened. I don't know if the 69 was just getting loose or if he had a little bit of help. The 8 just nicked that quarter panel trying to get to the outside, and that spun the 69. But the 8, it was no crime goes unpunished kind of situation. Gets spun around himself. Just a little tap to the outside wall, but a little spin nonetheless. But oh boy, does that change a whole bunch of stuff? As now we got 33 laps left to go now, as we have drivers coming on down and in for possibly the final pit stop. Man, this caution, I think, in my opinion, just saved both Jess Vaught and Greg Klein. They're going to get their laps back, and I think they're good on fuel now.
Well, even if they think they're good on fuel, I don't know. Is this a situation where you come in and just get a splash, just in case we get a green white checker?
I don't know when the last time they pitted. We'd have to look at that. Yeah, let's see if we can see that for those.
Lap 97.
Oh, they're good.
It was
They're
full
fine.
stop.
Yeah, I think they're in the money right here.
Well,
personally, and those two are talking to each other.
Oh, most definitely. We know Greg is very much a person that loves the strategy game of things, and will think through some of these situations. As Alejandro Gonzalez electing to not come on down pit road. I don't know if maybe he just missed it or it was a conscious choice. That's also going to keep, or at least for the, I thought it was going to keep Jess Vaught and Greg Klein a lap down, but I don't believe so. Yeah, no, they're all lined up in front of them, so they're going to get the wave around to get back onto the lead lap here. But the other thing we have to watch out for is if we go into some bonus time here tonight, is that fuel situation.
Yeah, we're talking about that. Thinking, would that affect these guys? Now, if they get another caution, that might give them enough. We'll see. Depends on how good they are at, riding clutches and shutting off ignitions and under caution conditions. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Yahtzee.
Yeah. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching. Of course, also have to say a huge thank you to our wonderful statistician, Miss Lori Vaught, for providing those fun facts.
Yeah, thanks, Lori, for helping us out. I mean, we don't. It's just a bonus when she gives us these ideas. It's like we have so much going on during the week. Sometimes we just sit down 5 minutes before the race and just start rolling.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a little bit of direction sometimes to help us through it.
And all of that, but it lets us get to know some of these drivers a little bit better, because, I mean, otherwise we're just talking to 3, maybe 4 drivers a night, and it's usually pretty brief. Just how do you think the race went? Looking forward to next week, and got some shout outs. That's, unfortunately, all we got time for in the
right. We can't talk to every single driver. I mean, hell, we got 37 drivers that at least graded this thing. I mean, that's a lot of stuff happening out here on the track, and we can't always see everything on the track too. If y'all are I know at some point in our career, people are like, well, we didn't see this guy, we didn't see that. Well, you know what? We can't see it all. iRacing doesn't draw it all up for us, at least on my end, either, unless
Yeah, it's so
specifically go to it.
That is a setting that you on your current PC I wouldn't fiddle with.
No, it's yeah, my PC is limited, but I can do it. It just takes me a little bit of time to see some of the stuff that's going on, but we do the best we can up here, and we appreciate the help from the viewers when they have something to say. That helps us out too.
And I did receive a question just the other week, like why we don't do the in race interviews anymore. I just kind of one too many times I've distracted people, so we've kind of stepped away from that. And
it's tough because the timing has got to be perfect, and it's hard to communicate all that stuff.
Yeah, guys are trying to talk to their team, and they're trying to listen to their spotters, and it makes a mess sometimes.
It's the pace truck comes on down and into pit road, into the Geico restart zone we go with that 79 of Alejandro Gonzalez as we race back to the green flag as they shuffle down into turns 1 and 2. Some great side-by-side action here with the 79 and the 81, who's launching himself with those fresh tires and a full tank of fuel up to the front. Little bit of a cluster jam here with the 79 on that older set. We're going 3 wide, 89 down low, 99 in the middle with the 6 up to the high side. Ooh, 79 down onto the apron, 4 wide as we enter into the quad oval. Oh, and that's going to send the 79, 89. Oh, no. Big wreck happening there.
Good enough, McDonald.
43. John Curtis, yeah. Oh, no. I knew it was going to be a dangerous situation when it started going 4 wide. I thought maybe they could just pull it off for that split second and then kind of figure some things out, but unfortunately ran out of time and, more importantly, ran out of room as we head on back to where it was 4 wide here, jumping up to the chopper camera. And yeah, just really nowhere to go. The 79 Alejandro Gonzalez trying to leave room for the 89 who's underneath him. Unfortunately, he's 6 inches to his outside is the 99 of Anderson, and he comes back down and into the 89, up into the 74 of Zachary Hallinan, who loses quite a few body parts. 79 of Gonzalez selecting the next direct flight from Venezuela up here to Texas, flipping through the air there. Looked like the 19 also maybe getting involved in some of that.
Couple of meatball flags here. Zachary Hallinan, 74, 89 of Craig Goodenough. There was another one, but it disappeared.
Oh yeah, 20. So 23, 14 got tagged. The 01 getting stuck in some of this action. Oh man, we might have to take a ride here with the one of David Fight, because man, he like a slippery fish went right down through the grass and was able to thread the needle on that one.
Let's watch that. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh man, so he got he free willied underneath the 79, went through the grass and avoided that second situation that was happening just up the road. Goodness, get David Fight a new set of pants.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh man. John Curtis had a black flag, but it got cleared. It was one of those ones where I think he got forced down in the pit lane, kind of like what we saw with the 187 earlier. It did get cleared, but as the race admins just said, he's going to have to start at the back of the field still. What you got there, Adam? Sorry, buddy.
No,
I stepped up.
You didn't step on me. I was just trying to comment on, we're getting after it now. I mean, this is where we had a little bit of shaky start. We had a really, really good run here, mid, to end, and this is kind of what we're used to seeing here. A little bit of mayhem at the end, but that's what racing is, Texas is no different. You're going to have some of that. compared to last week, last week I'm gonna give him a. I love these guys, so I'm gonna give him a D minus, right? It probably should be an F minus, but I'm gonna give him a D minus. Today I'm gonna give him about a B, mid B. What do you think?
B plus. Let's do a
B plus? It's in the B's. I wouldn't give him an A.
A minus maybe, but yeah, B
Yeah.
It's C plus.
Okay, see, we're right in the same ballpark.
A little.
It's not.
Little above average.
It's not terrible to watch. I can tell you that this has been good racing, and I know Lori has to be a little happier than she was last week, and I'm sure she's not hitting Jess with a broom. You're like, hey, this is terrible. Why'd you bring me into this? She's probably hit him last week. It was so bad.
I mean, how many mile and a halves have we seen drivers go 4 wide? It's not often.
You can't. No, but you have the space for it here, which is cool.
Yeah. Oh, especially the 3 wide. I mean, we've seen numerous cases of 3 wide, and not just like a quick little 2 people passing one person at the same time kind of stuff either. Like 3 wide for a good half a lap to a full lap.
See here, we got less than what do we got? 25 to go.
Yeah, it'll be 24 once when we get to that. Get to that green flag.
Sarah Decker is here. Good to see you again, Sarah. It's been a while. Pulling for David Fight out there in the 1.
Hopefully,
you got some great race video to look back on. Thanks to Alan Brown.
Yeah, I hope you did get that in time. If not, be sure to check out the video once when it ends. As David had a
close call.
Camera angle of the night, I would say.
Yes,
it's the
definitely clippable.
It's the 81 gets lined up alongside the 7 Timothy Pope. Lights on the pace truck are off, which means we're getting ready to head on back to some green flag racing. 6 of Trevor Robertson and the 99 of Albert Anderson. Going to be side by side. 01 Kelly Keel and the 1 of David Fight. Greg Dobson and the 085. 68 of Dustin with an eye. Dustin Wade getting on up into the top 10 action along with Mike Everidge and Larry Dickerson. So a whole bunch of drivers that are good, but we don't typically see their names up inside this top 10 right now. They're going to be battling this one on out.
Yahtzee.
Oh my. He loves that game.
He really does. As the 81 puts the hammer on down as we go through the Geico restart zone, and once again the green flag racing here from Texas. Side by side goes the 81 and the 7 down into turns 1 and 2. The 7 of Timothy Pope, we saw him do it once before, is get a really good run on that outside lane. He's trying it here again, just not quite able to, but here comes the 6 of Trevor Robertson as we're 3 wide battling for the lead with the 81 of Osborne in the middle. I think the 7 recognized it, almost getting into some contact with the 81. 99 of Albert.
Reckon. 88 of Adamson, reckon. 16 of Vaught involved, I think, in that.
And looks like it's a possibility. Andrew Cawthon might have got snagged up in it too as we're going. Oh man.
Yeah.
Another case of 4 wide here again. Goodness. So go ahead and rewind this to kind of see what happened. Because, yeah, it was 2 by 2, 29 of Dave Mayberry. Seeing a hole down on the bottom side. The 88 of Mike Adamson seeing the C's part in front of him. He's like, oh, don't mind if I do. Just driving right on up through the middle. And then we go 4 wide, heading on down into 3 and 4. And, oh, no, that was some actual contact there between the 29 and the 10. 10 drifting up into the 88. Oh, hard impact for both drivers into the outside wall. 16 of Kyle Vaught. Looked like he was trying to avoid it, but was getting tight. Loses a good piece of his truck there and gets involved in it.
Yeah, you can see which parts are removable.
Yes.
On these trucks. Kyle Vaught with a meat wall flag. So is Andrew Cawthon.
Not sure if these guys have already both used their fast cars, have they?
We already know Kyle Vaught definitely has, because he was caught up in one of those near pit and the pit wall angled incident that we saw earlier.
That's right. That was him, yeah.
So unfortunately for Kyle Vaught, I've got a feeling he's going to be on pit road for the remainder of this race. However, his truck will be running fairly cool because he's missing most of his front clip. No need for any antifreeze or distilled water in that engine.
It's going to be an interesting restart here. Anderson up 24 spots here.
Yep.
Also, Kelly Keel up the same amount of spots. So the 0-1 going to be right there with Anderson.
Yeah, another one of those drivers like Dustin, really known for his prowess at the plate tracks. I wouldn't say struggle at the other tracks, but not quite as well known. Oh no, the 0-1 coming on down into the pits. I don't know if he realized he was maybe short or picking up some tires or what. He is picking up looks like he's picking up a set of tires there. But Kelly Keel, man, and I was saying this to one of the teams here before the race tonight as well, but and Albert Anderson, I mean, really stepped up their game at these 1.5 mile tracks and just putting in that time and effort, and it's been really showing for him.
Yeah, man. You know, the more you run it, the better you get. The more people you can talk to and get tips from. I mean, we've helped each other out so much on stuff. I know you've helped me and a couple other guys out on road courses and how to run smooth, and how to get the most out of a corner to where you got momentum coming off and all that stuff. Even at Sebring, which I hated running there, but I got a lot of good tips from you and Greg and a couple other guys about how to make the most out of some of these turns and gain some speed, gain some time, gain some track position. And the same applies to these ovals. Some of these guys are very, very experienced at certain tracks, and they get together and talk and run and do some practicing, and learning has occurred.
Yes, it has, as we get ready to head on back to some green flag racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. Gonna have the 6 of Trevor Robertson and the 81 of Jonathan Osborne side by side, 99 and the 7 right there behind them. 085, the 1 machine, 68, 82, 69 and the 3 all line up inside the top 10.
Restart there, Adam.
Huh?
It's going to be a good restart here, buddy.
I just got back. I was out there
81
looking
and
at
the 6.
I was looking at the dogs. They look at me like I'm an idiot. I was like, "Hey, dogs, don't you know it's race night? Just calm down a little bit."
Where you been?
Yeah, what are you doing? I hadn't seen you in a while. But this is a good one. It's Texas, man. This is my home track, my favorite track. They could crash another 3 times. I'd still be happy. I love the racing here. And the net code has contributed to some of this, Brown. I think we talked about that, but
yes,
the net code has really been poor here tonight.
I'm going to be at the next board meeting.
Please.
Yes.
As we get ready to head on back to the green flag, at least 2 of these incidents here tonight, by my count, can be claimed by the net code as the 6 and the 81 head on off down across the line, side by side. The engines are flaming here tonight as they head on down into turns 1 and 2. 99 of Albert Anderson trying to slip underneath the 81 as the 6 gets a good run coming out of the corner. 99 gets a better run out of the corner as he's going for the 2-for-1 special down on the back straightaway.
Got to make them passes when you got a chance to. They may be coming down in the pit lane.
Wonder what that's about.
I don't know. Oh, the 84 contact with
Oh.
the 68. Here we go. Wrecking.
Oh, and it's trickling back up the racetrack. 55, Ricky Wittenberg was getting involved, but somehow managed to avoid it. 92, a Greg Klein getting caught up in that one as well.
And the
Feel bad for
43
Greg.
also of John Curtis involved in another one. Mercy.
I'm telling you, it's like a digger wreck right there.
Well, these
Getting
guys,
so close to the end.
these guys that were questionable on fuel are definitely good now with a couple of cautions in
Yeah,
between.
I think they're fine.
Oh, man, I think it was just a little miscommunication there with the spotter. Heading through the quad oval, contact between the 68 and the 84. Looked like the 68 coming really far down the racetrack into the 84 and then spinning across his front bumper there. 84 just trying to get that truck back pointed in the right direction, ends up getting pointed back towards the racetrack and right up into the action, right up into his teammate there, the 55 of Wittenberg getting caught up in it. 1972, the 92 getting a little spinorama action there. 43 towards the end. Oh, goodness.
All right. Well, Albert Anderson is up 26 spots. That's kind of cool. He's got a lot of fans in here. America's driver.
Yeah, and he had a fantastic move there coming out of turn number 2, where I don't know where he picked up all that momentum from, but he was able to leapfrog both Osborne and the 6 of Robertson to take the lead of this thing. So great, fantastic heads-up move from the 99, kind of recognizing the situation.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
Well, and Albert, what I've noticed over I think I can say years of watching him now.
Yeah.
Mile and a half, he's really good at. The big giant tracks, he's great at just because he kind of knows where to put himself. Now the intermediate, those little 1 milers, I think he struggles a touch. He's definitely not a road course racer, but this is kind of in his wheelhouse here tonight. Tracks like this.
And look who's right there around him. Trevor Robertson, former champion.
Good
So is
driver
the
too.
7 of Tim Pope, former champion. Jonathan Osborne, we've seen him pick up several wins at tracks like this. All these guys are going to be damn fast, and they're going to be aggressive. All these guys, I'm sure, very friendly with each other in the Discord and on the team chat and stuff. But when you're out there on the track, it's a little bit different. These guys are out for themselves. They're out to pick up wins. They're out to pick up points. So it's not your buddy racing next to you. That's somebody that you have to finish in front of.
No, but also keep your eye as we take a look down the list of names inside the top 10. 33, a Jess Vaught, who not for the first time or the second time, for the third time here tonight, has clawed his way from the back of the field back up inside of this top 10. So that 33 machine is hungry. It does, I would call it a wash here on tires. It's about 3 laps difference, but there was a caution as he was in the middle of pit road while they were down there. So good on fuel, about the same amount of tires. Man, Jess Vaught's going to be trying to fly his way on up here.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys that's really good at rationing that tire wear, you know, doing what you got to do to change your line and change your behavior out there to get the most out of that set of tires.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Sarah
part of
Decker
it.
out there pulling for Dave as well, saying, "Come on, Dave, let's go." And Kathy Anderson, of course. An awesome job, Albert. We'll be restarting in first position out there, Team Anderson. All y'all watching out there.
Sweet. Get everybody all lined back up behind the pace truck. All the caution lights turn off, and we get ready to head on back to that green flag.
Albert Anderson's pop out there. Albert Anderson Jr. saying, yep, most of the guys hate the road courses, but this is very cool. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure Albert's a big road course fan. Sure, a lot of the guys are, but some of these drivers here in this field, some of the best road course drivers you're going to see in iRacing. Some guys that are excellent drivers at right and left turns.
Oh, yes, and they're going to be putting all those skills on show here in just a couple of moments as we are going to be going back to the green flag with about 13 laps left to go. A mad dash sprint here to finish this race on off. That's the pace truck is about ready to make that dive on down into pit road, and we can get back going racing.
Panic Racing 434 joining us in the chat as well, saying, let's go Dickerson. Get that W.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if you can.
That we shall, as here they go into that Geico restart zone, and away we go. Green flag racing here once again from Texas. Side by side they go, but not for long. The 99 being helped by the 81 gets way out in front of the 6 of Robertson through turns 1 and 2. The Folgers machine looking steady Eddie out there as the 81 continues to try to help and push him back around, because the 81 wants to try to figure out a way to get around the 99. 33 of Jessvot wasting no time, picks up a couple of quick spots there as well, quickly back up into the top 5, tucks into line behind the 7 of Timothy Pope. As we got a collection of cars down there as they're all lined up battling for position. 7 goes out wide. 6 of Trevor Robertson kind of goes to the middle line. 33 of Jessvot just nosing his way on through, trying to get up into this top 3 podium. We got some side-by-side between the 1 and the 82. Everidge trying to get a pass made on the 1 of David Fight. Ricky Wittenberg and Andrew Player having a good battle side-by-side with the 3 of Austin Paul. Right there having a fantastic battle with 14 of Dustin with a Y. Dustin Eaton trying to fly his way up through this field. We saw him being very quick tonight, but trying to catch up after receiving some damage and getting a little bit caught up in some of these instances as 11 laps left to go. Albert Anderson leading the way.
Kevin Hunt, one of those drivers plagued by problems and accidents earlier in the race. He is on the lead lap, up from 36th position where he started in 17th place. Kevin doing one hell of a job out there.
And you know what's crazy? And I know Brown, 72 just got into a little incident. There's a crash.
Oh, and it's getting bigger. 72, 58, 29.
The Zen machine in the 58 Chipman. Got hit a little bit. Brown, as you rewind that, what I was wanting to say real quick is some of the viewers don't realize the view that the drivers are looking at sometimes. They have a limited view out the front windshield, and it's like you're in the truck, so you don't get to see everything we can see on the broadcast.
As we take a look here, what started the incident, looks like, the 72, the back end just started breaking loose on him, and he gets down into the 43, he gets a little wiggly wobbly, gets back up into the 72. And Chan, the man, hard up against the outside wall, comes back down the racetrack, gets into the Zen machine, and Dave Mayberry. And Robert Chipman going for a big old slide there.
John Curtis been in the wrong place at the wrong time several times here tonight. Catching the bad end of all these deals, and Robert Chipman, same deal there, just kind of innocent bystander, but he held the truck straight after contact and able to keep it moving.
And we saw a lot of slicing and dicing up at the front. Expect that to continue here as we're going to go back to green flag racing with about 5 laps left to go. And the desperation really starting to set in for some of these drivers.
Oh Yahtzee. I can't wait to see the aggression that we're gonna see here on this possibly last restart. Maybe we'll get another one.
Well, it could be. I don't know. We're gonna have a fake green, white, brown, and maybe another green, white if we get into an incident.
Well, so what would happen? Because I believe if I'm counting my caution laps correctly, we're either gonna go back to the green flag with either 6 or 5 laps left to go, and then from there we'll if a caution comes out, we will go into the official green white checkers, some official bonus time. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But we will only get one attempt at a actual green white checker finisher tonight.
All right.
That's if the math's up. No,
I'm not good at math.
yeah, I know, and our abacus reader is currently stepped away as our
So
good.
Matt, the one math guy, we have, he leaves us. Oh, you're back already?
I'm here. Yeah, I was just getting a
you said-
refill.
Oh, that didn't take you that long. We have to
Well,
use a
my
different term then.
checkerator's not next to my desk, so
Well, that seems like it's illegal. It should be right next to the
That-
desk.
it may be solvable in the future. Did you already talk about Matt Forns being in the chat over here?
No, I didn't see he was over here. Is this guy
Everybody-
around?
Yeah, it's our
What?
buddy from MDOT, who
Oh,
they
man.
now Relentless Racing League is an
Oh,
awesome
that's a good
racing
league.
that they're
Check
still
them
in
out.
over there. So Matt Forns, a buddy of ours,
Yeah.
I think he's from Carolina native. He's been living in Washington State for a long time.
Yeah, he disowned the Carolinas from what he told us. He loves it out in the Washington state.
Well, he's got a great job out there, and
Yeah, he's doing good.
it's one of the guys we still kept in contact with out there. So thanks
Yeah,
for being here, Matt.
Miss
to
talking
see
to
you.
that guy. Good dude
He's,
right
he's
there. And
funny as hell.
yeah, he is. And check out their league, Relentless Racing. That's a fun league. I'm sure it's being broadcast somewhere. We can't broadcast everything now. I mean, we'd love to, but we're just
I think
limited.
They got a good broadcaster over
yeah, I'm
there.
sure they do. That's what I'm saying. Hit him up. Check it out if you want to watch racing. He can put it in the chat.
Our buddy Derek races over there as well, and
DW?
No, dude.
Schimmel.
Schimmel.
Scrimmel.
Oh my god, I hadn't heard about that guy in a while. I thought he fell off the
man.
map.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's been posting a bunch of his
Oh,
little
okay.
boy's getting so big, man. You wouldn't
Well, that's
believe.
cute. I love that.
Yeah, man. They're doing good.
You know, I do have a heart. I love some of these guys we've interacted with, and I like to see that they're doing well. I don't want to see. I mean, I want to see fights right now.
yeah.
Come on, let's get into a brawl. Somebody's going to be mad, and let's see what happens here at the end of this thing.
Well, we're definitely going to be seeing a little bit of something here as America's driver Albert Anderson is going to lead the way down and around turns 3 and 4 behind this pace truck with the 81 of Jonathan Osborne right beside him. 33 of Jess Vaught lining up on the inside. As you can see, everybody, they're all trying to save a little bit of gas, so I guess it's pretty tight, especially if we go to green-white checkers here, boys. So definitely gonna have to keep our eyes open on this one. As the 99, here we go into that Geico restart zone. We go green flag racing here once again with the 81 and the 99. Oh my goodness, I don't know what happened with Anderson there, but got a very sluggish start. The 81 of Jonathan Osborne was able to leapfrog a position there. 7 of Timothy Pope trying to do the same thing. He is side by side with the 99. Now they're going 3 wide with the 33 of Jess Vaught looking on down low.
Watt's got them good tires. Really trying to push them to their limit there.
And it's 7 of Timothy Pope. Oh, actually getting a little loose there, but it worked out for him, able to get back down to the inside. He's going to now try to kind of send the 99 freight training on backwards as he tucks in behind. Oh, nice little squeeze there with the 33 right in the middle. Tight battle, battling for this lead.
Got more 3 wide back here with Klein. And the 18 and the 28, they're running 3 wide. Looks like no end in sight to that. Nobody wants to give up a position.
Of course not. Not at this point. We've only got a few laps now.
Ah, here we go.
Left.
Thought we had some contact there, but maybe not. Oof.
Oh, Albert's losing a little bit there, and too.
It's tough once when you get up to that outside lane to get back down to the bottom, and that's why the 33 at Jessvot regains the lead as he tucks his nose up underneath the 81 just in time before the corner entry, and he was able to run and get free as the 81 drifts on back to third. The 7 of Timothy Pope now trying his best to get around that 33 at Jessvot, who takes a very defensive line, taking that bottom away from the 7.
Bite and Eaton trading a little paint back here, but that's all secondary to what's going on up front.
And side by side they go. The 7 was able to get that bumper to the quarter panel of the 33. It's like a lazy Susan like we see at the plate tracks, but here tonight at Texas as they take the white flag. Here we go, the final lap of this race, no matter what happens, as Josh Bittner takes an off-field excursion with the 7 of Timothy Pope out in front of that 33, and the 81 continuing to battle it on out. 6 of Trevor Robertson maybe trying to play a little spoiler here, as the 7 retains the lead, heading on down through turns 3 and 4, heading back down into the quad oval. One final run will not be in time. Timothy Pope wins here at Texas. Jessvot and Jonathan Osborne make up your podium.
What a great finish there, and as you mentioned there, Adam, Jack Dixon involved in a big crash there. Coming to it, but we had to stay with the leaders there.
Oh man, he was
On
just
the camera.
he was just sandwiched. There was looked like the 085 of Dobson up against that outside wall, and yeah, just got sandwiched. It was kind of like that quasi 3 wide. 19 and gets spun about, and then yeah, some bonus wrecking afterwards. But man, oh man, talk about a fantastic fight there to finish this one on off.
Jack Dixon would probably say he got spun a boot. Got spun a boot right there.
On a boot?
Yeah.
Do you think is he looking for Elsinore beers, eh?
He might be.
I mean, I'd love to have some Elsinore. If he could
definitely
ship it to
earned
us.
trouble. Yeah, he had a rough night right there.
Do you think it's in liters or is it pints? What do they do up there?
I don't know. Never been there.
I've never been to Canada either.
We should go.
You think they'd like us? I think they'd probably look at our broadcast and be like, these guys are going to be in jail. They would lock us up as soon as we get across the border.
We couldn't go to the left side or the right side. We'd have to go like to the middle. Alberta, Saskatchewan would fit right in. I think we'd be all right.
Okay, I just don't want to be jailed in Canada.
Yeah,
so stay in the middle. Like
in the middle.
Winnipeg, I think Winnipeg's in the middle.
Yeah, Regina. There's some decent sized cities.
So we had to go straight up
Middle of
north.
Canada. Yeah.
We couldn't go to the sides. All
Sure.
right,
Even
deal.
as far as Calgary, we could go that far west.
Okay,
probably
well,
stay out of
that'd be
trouble.
fun. I like the sound of Calgary. It sounds like a cowboy town. I could deal with that.
And that we could, as some drivers are starting to populate into the waiting room. So let's go ahead and get these interviews up and underway, starting with tonight's spotlight driver of the day, and a driver who both freewheeled and needs some new pants here tonight, but a great 6th place finish for the one machine of Mr. David Fight. Congratulations here, Dave. You had a fantastic battle pretty much all race long with Kelly Keel there towards the beginning, and then you had some good side-by-side action there in the middle when we had that long green flag run. It looked like that one machine was pretty quick tonight.
Oh, it was a blast. And yeah, there was a couple points where I think somebody needed to change my diaper. When the 33 come flipping over my windshield, I was like, oh shit. I'd never seen anything like that before.
we see that at a lot at big plate tracks and stuff, but not usually at mile and a halves. But we saw it several times here tonight. But your video from your cockpit was probably the best one we've seen in quite a while. That was pretty intense, and you had some fans out there pulling for you here tonight. I hope they got
Oh,
to
nice.
go back at. I think Sarah Decker was, wanting to go back and look at it. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I want to
Great
get
job
back
out
and
there.
look at that one. That one scared me for real.
Well, and you had another one where someone came across your nose. I don't remember, and you just ran into a lot of stuff. But you're up 9 in 6th. I mean, that's a heck of a night, man. And congrats. And who'd you like to give some thank yous and shout outs to?
I'll give a shout out to my daughter Mary. She might be watching, and of course, my girlfriend Sarah Decker, and Lori and Jess for putting this all together.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the 6th place finish here tonight to our spotlight driver of the race, Mr. David Fight, driver of the number 1 machine. Having a fantastic time out there, man. Congratulations. Good luck coming up next week at Talladega, and good luck the rest of the season here, buddy.
All right, yep, I'm gonna need it. Thanks, guys.
With that, we'll move on up to our podium finishers here tonight, where we get to talk to the 81 machine of Mr. Chachi, having a fantastic battle there at the very end. Jonathan, congratulations on the 3rd place finish tonight. Talk about how hard it was to pass, especially here at the end. Everyone's on kind of an older set of tires, close side-to-side battles. Looked like it was a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work.
Yeah, that was a workout, man. I know I said it last time. I'm not very good here, and I don't like racing here, but apparently I'm figuring something out.
Yeah, you figured something out tonight. You had one hell of a race here, Chachi. And talk about the restarts a little bit. We saw on a couple of restarts, a couple of drivers were kind of shaky. We saw one restart where it looked like you might have broke the tires loose just a little bit. What gear were y'all restarting in? And is it possible to goose it just a little too much and break them loose? Is that what was going on out there?
Yeah, I think so. I think most everybody, at least in the front half of the field, was starting in first gear. Second gear was too long to get a good jump. So the leaders I know were starting in first gear. And when I hit the wall there on that one start, I just wasn't paying attention. I was looking in my mirror and drove it into the wall. I didn't spin the tires. It was actually pretty stable getting in the throttle. You can get on it pretty hard, but it was a quick shift.
Well, I mean, you worked hard all night, got yourself a podium finish, which is awesome. We had a question earlier. Did you get an actual tattoo of an orangutan, or does it say Tang? What is the deal, and where is it?
It says Tang down my forearm.
Okay.
Nice.
And then also, along with that, who'd you like to give some shout outs to, man? Congrats.
I'd like to shout you guys out first and foremost. Love you, Mr. Turner. And I'd love to shout
Thank
out
you.
my sponsors with Daystar Screens and Indecisive Chaos, Larry Donahue, and Josh Bittner with Track Dogs Racing. They've been keeping me going good. Putting together a new computer, and my sponsor's helping me out really good. So really appreciate that from them. And just an honor to be able to come out here and just literally duke it out. That was some of the hardest racing I've ever been a part of. And it wasn't just for 5 laps. It was for the whole 133 laps. It was just a slugfest. And man, it's good to be out there running laps. I think I led the most laps tonight.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Unfortunately, I don't have that stat available to me, but I know the wonderful Miss Lori can probably track that down for you. But the 81 Jonathan Osborne picking up the 3rd place podium finish here tonight from Texas, man. Congratulations. Hopefully you can keep up that momentum next week and continuing going forward here, buddy.
Yeah, thank you guys. I finally close enough to roll them dice down here in Waco, huh?
Heck yeah, we'll roll them tonight. Let's do it.
As we Continue our interviews. We'll take a step up the podium and talk to tonight's second place finisher of the day, but more importantly, a guy that not once, not twice, but 3 times drove his way up through this field to fight in contention for this race win. Jess, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. That was a rough and wild one for you out there.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, from lap 16 on, it seemed like everything that could possibly be thrown at me was there. We had the big wreck. Then I decided to get some track position and run long there. If you guys saw, I had to pit under green because, of course, we didn't have another caution right there. We ran long. Thankfully, it ran all the way through an entire cycle, and yeah, had to come back from a lap down. It was an eventful night for me. Shocking that I even had an opportunity to race for the win there at the end. I just want to say appreciate good race for Tim Pope, good win, and then Jonathan Osborne. I think it was pretty exciting, probably there at the end, and we kept it clean, even though it was competitive. And old, Wiley Tim sitting back there and letting me and Osborne duke it out, and he saved just enough tire. I already had like 3 lap deficit on him as far as tires were concerned, but that's how that went, man. So I'm shocked.
We know you guys were eyeballing those tires, and we know how good that all you guys are at saving that rubber there for the end. So congrats on the second place. Yeah, next week, a little bit different animal, man. Going into Talladega, not a whole lot of tire saving practice required for that one. Kind of a not really a luck of the draw kind of race, but definitely a teamwork related race. So you guys gonna have a little bit of a team run session maybe this week and do a little practicing?
Oh yeah, we always do. We talk about, we go over some scenarios to get ready for the week. It does take skill to get up to the front of these races. I don't want to say it's all luck, but I think you have to have a combination of skill and luck, not being hit or getting caught up in somebody else's mess. But every plan that you have never survives first contact with the enemy. So you have to be ready and willing to adjust and hope you make the right calls during the race. But I'm looking forward to Talladega. It's always fun there until I get wrecked out. So there we go.
Well, yeah, and adapt and overcome. You did the same thing tonight. You got wrecked out. And here's my personal opinion. That's why I do kind of like the one fast repair, because you were able to survive that early. If not, you would have been out of the race totally. Just one. I mean, that's just me, my personal opinion. It worked for you tonight. Congratulations. Who would you like to give some shout outs to?
Yeah, hey, thanks, Adam. And I will say, Lori and I discussed it after I got wiped out in the first half of this race. I said, these guys, maybe they don't know what they're really asking for. I think having a mulligan. So look how many guys at the front of the pack would have been just demolished tonight. It's like 4 or 5 of cars just off of a fluke incident. So I kind of tend to agree with you. So it's not a done deal yet of us going away from the one fast repair for this race. And before I move on, Adam, I just want to say, hey, my condolences to you, man, as you work through this tough time, man. You mean a lot to this league, and we appreciate you.
No, I appreciate it, and I know I sent something out to the league, and it was heartfelt, and I don't really need any condolences, but I do thank y'all for supporting me, and my guys here have been supporting me too. This has been a tough.
Love
time
you,
for
buddy.
me. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Jess. That means a lot.
Yeah, man, you bet. And with that, I'll forego any other congratulations or thanks to anybody else. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations to the 33 of GS Vaught, your second place finisher here tonight. As we continue to climb up that ladder, we head on up to our... hold on. Come on, iRacing. Come on, iRacing.
Didn't want you to. You want to bring him up?
It's not letting me bring him up. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. Where's these controls? There we go. I have to. The session closed out, and so I had to rewind it so that way we could talk with tonight's race winner, driver of the number 7 machine, Mr. Timothy Pope. Picking up that win, man. Tim, congratulations. Having a fantastic run out there tonight to pick up this race win. It looked like it was kind of tough to pass out there, especially towards the end. You kind of had to, I don't want to say dive bomb, but you really had to get your nose down underneath the other guy before corner entry.
Yeah, it was tough, especially on old tires. You just couldn't put the throttle down. You'll slip up, get loose, and all that good stuff.
Tim, congrats on the win. We've talked to you a whole bunch of times here in Winter Circle, and you're such a dominant driver, especially at these technical tracks. Talk to us a little bit about your racing background. I mean, have you been racing most of your life? I know you do some go-kart stuff, but what's kind of the breadth of your racing experience in real life?
That's pretty much it. I started racing go-karts when I was 14, 15-ish, and been doing it off and on since then.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the go-kart. I'm sure you're great there, but you're also awesome here. And another victory for you, Tim. Congratulations. Who would you like to thank?
ADY, everybody on this team.
Awesome, man. Well,
Ricky for the paints, and Lori and Jess for putting the races on, you guys for the broadcast.
awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations to the number 7, Mr. Timothy Pope, picking up that race win. Congratulations here, Tim. Good luck next week, and good luck with the rest of the season here, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And with that, we bring everything to a close here from Texas. And boy, oh boy, boys, that was a we came into Texas. We weren't quite expecting a Western, but we got one.
Yeah, a lot of drama for sure, and a lot of upside down trucks, and some a little bit larger wrecks that we didn't really expect. But what a great finish, and a great race overall by these guys. Proud to put it on with you guys. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I want to thank Jess and Lori and both of you for all the support you've given me over the last 8 months of I've had a personal struggle, and y'all kind of know what's going on. I mentioned it in the chat, but thank everybody for the thoughts and prayers, and she is at peace and happy. So I'm trying to push forward every day, and this is an outlet that helps me do that. So thank everybody here for that.
You did the same for us, man. So.
And that indeed. As we wind things down here deep in the heart of Texas, let's go ahead and tell everybody where their favorite driver ended up finishing here tonight. That 7 of Timothy Pope driving on home from victory lane. 33 of Jess Vaught, a tough battle there, finishing in second. 81 of Jonathan Osborne in that battle as well, finishing here tonight in third. The 6 of Trevor Robertson was looking very racy here tonight, finds himself going on home in fourth place. 99 of America's driver Albert Anderson, your hard charger of the race, up 22 spots. It's going to find his way up into the top 5. The one of your spotlight driver of the evening, Mr. David Fite, having a great run and some great camera moments there, is able to come on in 6th. 7th, you got the 82 of Mike Everidge. He got beaten around there early, but was able to fight through it and find his way up inside that top 10. Same thing, 14 of Dustin Eaton. Dustin with a Y having a little bit of a rough go towards the end there. He just couldn't seem to get away from some bumps and bruises, but able to find 8th place there. 18 of Andrew Player. He's also one of the ones that, man, thank goodness we're racing virtually and not in real life, because we'd be worried about his health here tonight. But able to get that 9th place finish with the 69 of the Milk Dud, Larry Dickerson, able to round out your field's top 10.
Yeah, my scoring's a little bit jumbled up, so I'll do the best that I can. I've got 3 of Austin Paul finishing in 10th. Greg Klein finishing in 11th place, 12th George Rincon. The 01 of Kelly Kill finishing in 13th place, 14th Craig Goodenough in the 89. The 434 of Kevin Hunt. Up and down night for him, but he'll finish in 15th. Great finish. Finishing right where he started there, Greg Dobson in 16th place. Zachary Hallinan and the 74 finishes in 17th place. Also right where he started, Ricky Wittenberg. Started in 7th, had a rough night, down 11. He'll finish in 18th. 19th place, Josh Bittner, his teammate there, started right next to his buddy and finished right next to his buddy. And let's see,
Edson Ochoa.
20th place, Edson Ochoa in the Ocho machine rounds out your top 20, and that's also the last truck that finished on the lead lap.
Yeah, which is kind of fitting, but these guys still had a heck of a race. Number 19, Jack Dixon, 21st, 22nd, 58, Robert Chipman. David Fight is showing on my screen, 23rd. I don't know.
Maybe a
where
late penalty or something like
race
that.
penalty.
It could be. This is all I'm going off iRacing here.
Yep,
so
it's
it could be
unofficial.
different. Totally unofficial. 24th. The 29, David, the nickname Mayberry, 79, Alejandro Gonzalez, 25th. 26th, Dustin with an I, Dustin Wade, in the 68th. The 43 of John Curtis, 27th. 28th, Kyle Vaught in the 16 machine, 187. The Murder Machine, Scott Howe, 29th. 30th, Chandler Paul in the 72. 88 of Mike Adamson in the 31st. 32nd, Andrew Cawthon. I don't know why I can't say that tonight. Cawthon in the 10. 23 is Sean McDonald, ended up 33rd. 34th, Jeremiah Burke in the 53. 34 of Nicholas Ramsey ended up 35th. 36, John Gallagher in the 123. Jacob Young, number 77, 93 laps down, had a rough night there in 37th. And there's Lori Vaught for race control and basically the boss of the entire league. I want to thank her personally. She's such a great person, and her and Jess do so much for this league. And this league is really like a family. So if you're watching and you've never seen iRacing and you want to join a league, this is where you need to be right here.
And that indeed, as that wraps up your field here tonight from Texas. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching, because you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time of doing it. And so all you guys out there in the chat and watching, big time thank you to all of you. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you get alerted every single time that we go live. And of course, if you do enjoy any of the racing action, be sure to hit that thumbs up button so that way we can continue to grow this fantastic community. Also have to say a huge thank you to the proud sponsors of the VRL, like GC Cruise Travel and Mr. Greg Klein, Blue Fox Properties and Mr. Dave Mayberry, and D&D Race Graphics with Mr. Ricky Wittenberg. Thank you guys for all your wonderful support each and every single race, because without it, they wouldn't be able to put on such an amazing show like they do here every single time. So big thank you to all these sponsors. So with that, we close things on down here for the evening from Texas. Don't worry, we'll be back out here in action once again, coming up on Sunday and Monday with the Numb Thumbs Racing League Series. We should have some great fun there, and we look forward to seeing everyone then. But until then, I'm Alan Brown for Adam Turner and Alan English. We're signing off.
We go.
See ya.